Hey guys, what's up? Corey from KRPmodels here. Back again with another layout update. This will be number 3. I hope you guys are enjoying your Labor Day weekend and that extra day off. I'm a union laborer myself, so it's always nice. Gives you more time to do things around the house or work on your layout, work on your truck. Enjoy the nice sunny weather, barbecue, unless you're here in the LA area. Had a pretty gnarly fire. They say it's one of the largest in LA city history. I don't know. But on any note, I want to start where we left off on my last update, kinda. The scenery. Yeah, it's all done. I mean, on this section, change it to a lighter sand color, lighter grass tufts, and I'm in love. Looks great. Let's start over here. Added some bushes, some debris, a little bit of graffiti on the wall there next to the jack-in-the-box. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm impressed with how it came out. It makes a whole lot of difference. Even went all along the highway here. I redid all this, added a old rail there. Less is more. I redid my yard here. Got my BLMA shed. I totally took apart the BLMA yard office. Painted it a lighter brown color with my airbrush. Added a couple blue rooms there. Some scratch-built railroad ties. Add a piece of concrete flex track. So I chopped that up. They do have those laying around in the yard of Mojave. Here it is from the back side. Also added a electrical pole with a little meter on there. Yeah, just keep adding stuff. It's coming along. Alright guys, another task I had to get done was replace my mainline track here. The dismantlement kind of jacked it up, so I had to redo that. Here's what it used to look like. And yeah, I think it looks and will work a lot better. Shimmed it up with some styrene, added my sleepers there. Now it's ready to go. Well, one of the main reasons for this layout update today is, yep, you're seeing it right. N-scale traffic lights. They all work, except for the 2 dummies here in the back. Well, there's a few dummies, but when the layout's tucked back against the wall, you won't be able to see them, and I didn't really want to, well, let me put it this way, it took long enough for these ones, but yeah, I'm pretty impressed how they came out. They weren't easy, as you would imagine, tucking all those wires down into the existing street lamp poles. I could only fit so many. I was going to make them working with the control board, but you're looking at over a dozen wires on some of them, and that's just way too much time than I want to put into them. I did hook up all my street lights. Alright guys, I wanted to show you the kind of wiring it takes to do intersection like that. All these wires are feeding the traffic lights and the street lights. If you're wondering about the burn marks, that's just me burning off the insulation for the tiny small wires. And I had a couple mishaps where a few of the wires didn't come all the way through, so I had to drill through and try and save them and salvage them. And especially this one here, I drilled through the side of where it came out, and I grabbed most of the wires, so it cut them all short. So I had to drill this big opening here, and well, long story short, I was able to salvage all of it, and it all works. So all that feeds over here to this main control board I'm setting up. Pretty interesting story about this. I was doing a demolition job at AT&T, and they were throwing this away. Here's what it looks like before. About 14, 15 terminal blocks on there. Each one of those new at the store about, I don't know, $4 or $5. So it gave me this idea, why not do this underneath the layout? Just my Grade Crossing Pro. I'll put maybe my block detectors on here, or maybe one day I'll do block occupancy detectors and all that and hook it up to my laptop. Maybe one day. Got all this wiring sitting over here that needs to be hooked up that I had to cut off before, so you know, it's in close range to this thing and make life a lot easier. And if you're wondering about this blue wire, well, this is a aluminum wire, phone wire, that they use for communications. You know, in those telephone boxes you see, maybe you'll see the guy working on them as you're walking by, and a whole smorgasbord of rainbow colored wires. Well, this is it. I was able to snag this from the trash, hundreds of feet of it. So not worried about wasting wire doing the little lights and stuff. What I thought was pretty cool, look down right here, it says inventory 1975. Made by the George Evans Corporation, Moline, Illinois, aluminum and steel fabricators. Salvaged that little gem from the trash, so I got plenty of wire to mess around with. I won't have to be buying wire anytime soon, at least not for the little stuff. Alright guys, here are my N-scale traffic lights in all their glory. One disclaimer I want to add is I did not build the streetlights themselves. Those are the ones you can buy on eBay. But all the lateral parts of the lights and the signal heads are all scratch built by me. And also another thing I would like to add is any of you viewers out there or fellow N-scalers see anything on my layout that you would like to have on your layout, I'm willing to build, preferably an N-scale, but I'm willing to build one for your layout also. just message me or get in contact with me. More than happy to build it. Not a problem. Alright guys, the last thing I wanted to share with you is my little sketch here of the Tehachapi Loop. This is scaled down to half the actual size of the loop in N scale. Been kind of sketching around, messing around. This wall here is 13 feet long, so it's still, loop is still pretty large, even half the size. I came about this doing some simple math and using satellite imagery through Google Earth. I mentioned in my last video I might be getting rid of my old scenic ridge layout there and doing this loop. Wanted to show you how I came about these numbers. It's a 2% grade, 1140 feet between each rail in the middle of the radius. 7.5 inches equals 100 scale feet. So I basically just did 1140 divided by 100 equals 11.4. So if you do 7.5 inches times 11.4, that's 85.5 inches, basically around 7 feet, which is way too freaking big for this room. So I tried half, which would be 570 divided by 100, 5.7 times 7.5, 42 inches. Basically what I decided with is close to that. The inner diameter 44 inches, which would equal a 22 inch radius. The outer to be with the center tie to center tie spacing of about 12 scale feet would be an outer of 23 feet radius. That's how I came about that, just playing around with it. So here's what I came up with. It's not exact. The only problem I have is not the loop itself, it's just the two parts coming out of the loop. And I would like you guys' suggestions. If this is going to go renovations of the loop, it's a new double track all the way around. So basically I'm going to have to wrap this around. And what I want to ask you guys is that it's going to be continuing off this yard. I'm going to continue the yard. And what I want to know is, should I have the train visible coming up along the back of the wall to make the grade to come down off the loop, or should I make it hidden? That's what I want to know. I'll take suggestions on that. I know it's going to be a hard challenge. I mean, you guys can take a look at the wall. Take a look at the loop there. I still want to continue my Mojave yard like it used to be. More than likely that thing's going to disappear. So I have this space to work with. It's 13 feet minus the 2 feet here. Well, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Here's my sketch, and this is what I kind of plan on doing, or maybe in the near future. We'll see. But here we go, guys. That was my layout update number 3. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are enjoying the rest of your Labor Day. And thank you again to all my subscribers and everybody who's leaving comments and feedback. I do appreciate it. Hope you guys do have a great coming week. And thanks for watching. Alright guys, see ya.